Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash Royale, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this insane recent war that went on between Unicorns of Love and Crowned Eagles. Crowned Eagles being my home team. I was playing in this war. Unfortunately, I didn't get a triple, the big noob that I am, but some of my teammates carried us so hard, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the triples from this war. So without any further ado, let's jump in and check them out. Alright, so the first hit we are going to be jumping in and checking out here comes in from Big House of Crowned Eagles. Now this strategy is insane. If you guys have not already, make sure you head over. I will leave a card right here where you guys can jump over and check out the video capturing this strategy in all its glory. This strategy I think is going to be the new OP strategy that is going to sweep the game, jump into Legends League hits, and it is just so insanely strong right now. So House going to be showing its off to its full potential here, and what you guys need to think about with this strategy is keep an eye on that log launcher. Look at its pathing. It's going to not only be pathing over that single target inferno at the top section, but it's also going to be rolling over when it gets in range. That scatter shot that's lurking in the middle of the base, unfortunately it's not going to quite be able to take it down, but it does get a little bit of damage done onto it and get some really nice value for us. There is that Eternal Tome ability going to be used over here on the right hand side of the base. That is going to allow our troops to just push nice and quickly through the center. Unfortunately here for House, the funnel is quite difficult to set on these style of attacks because you just draw these lines with your finger with the super giants, with the bowlers, with those witches in behind. And the issue here going opposite Town Hall side is, well, you guys guessed it, it's going to be pretty tricky to actually grab that Town Hall. We don't have too many troops left up. The ones that we do have are pretty squishy, but luckily here for us, we do still have the Queen and her ability to drop, and that takes us quite nicely through that Town Hall here on the back end. And the troops that have looped around the outside of the base are going to quite nicely snipe down some of these structures. House unfortunately did commit that freeze spell there to the single target inferno, was trying to keep his queen alive. To be honest, would have been much better saved if he'd saved it for the royal champion right about here, but we do still have enough left up on the back end, and you guys can see that single target inferno melts to our queen, our royal champion, and then our grand warden. So this single target inferno on its mission here, trying to take down every single one of our heroes, but there is a couple of witches left up for the back end of this attack. They are going to be getting some skeletons out in front just to do a little bit of tanking here for that single target inferno. Certainly coming right down to the wire with this attack, but House bringing in that first triple on the board for Crowned Eagles against Dawn, using that super giant bow witch spam that is insanely OP. So without any further ado, let's jump over to the next one. Okay, so the next attack that we are going to be taking a look at comes in here from Eve Rico. Eve, of course, the bit for 11 original. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but he's going to be playing over here in Unicorns of Love. Hell, I believe, is the specific name for this Unicorns of Love team, and we are going to be coming in here with a hybrid. Of course, wanting to start off with that queen charge. It's only going to be a multi-target inferno here, so it's not going to be too much of an issue for this queen to push through the ice hound and then make her way into the base. I don't think the pathing is going to quite be there for this queen to push into the town hall, if that is what Rico is looking for here. We're going to bring in a couple of funneling troops up there at that top section. Looks like we are going to be attempting to push this queen down and around to the south portion of this base. Coco Loon going to be coming in there, does catch a red bomb, not quite the black bomb that we were looking for, but regardless, it is still going to grab something, so it's better than nothing. Another Coco Loon going to come in there. This time does catch a Seeking Airmine. Rage Spell going to go down for this queen as she propels her way down and around this bottom section of the base. We bring in a couple of miners as well as a sneaky goblin. They are going to be used to just create that funnel. In comes that super wall breaker, giving this queen access now into that town hall compartment. Unfortunately here for Eve Rico, the fact that his queen charge is started over from this right hand side means those healers will be in range of the town hall. Also going to be targeted a little bit here by that archer tower. We are going to drop in one hog rider to try and deal with it, but there was a cannon as well, so that's going to cause a couple of issues here for Rico. Those healers starting to take a little bit of damage, did catch a few bombs as they made their way through that compartment. Queen is going to step up, hopefully for us here into the middle. Look at that super wall breaker. How close was that super wall breaker to hitting that spring trap? Why the spring trap didn't actually push the super wall breaker off the map is beyond me, but it gets in there, it opens up that mid wall section, and that means that the queen can now step up and she is going to deal with that scatter shot, which is exactly what Eve Rico was looking for. Means that we don't have that scatter shot to deal with anymore in the center of the base. Our hogs and our miners can make their way around the outside of the base. We've got a couple of healers left up. Unfortunately, they are going to be sniped off by this air defense, but we've got those hog raiders now coming out of the siege barracks for a little bit of backup. We do have the Royal Champion's ability still to be dropped as we push our way through the back end of this attack. Of course, going to be hitting about 500 giant bombs there. The bomb tower also going to be going off, taking down the multitude of hog raiders that we did have at that top section of the base. But the Royal Champion going to be doing some nice cleanup here on the back end, is going to get taken down by the couple of defenses that were left up in this base. But we've still got our Grand Warden, a P.E.K.K.A, plenty of those wizards that came out of that siege barracks, a boatload of miners, and this is going to be a nice triple coming in from Eve Rico for Unicorns of Love. Very, very nicely done. Insane how strong hybrids still can be against so many different bases, but that's a nice triple on the board for UOL. So without any further ado, let's jump out and check out one more of the Crowned Eagles triples. Okay, so the next one we're going to be taking a look at, would you look at that, is going to be more spam coming in on this attack. But as I always say, it doesn't matter how you triple as long as you triple. And Ahab and House both coming in with this super giant bow witch spam, and if it works for them, why not do it? Going to be bringing in these super giants from this right hand side, and you guys will see this is going to be very, very similar to that of Big House's attack. This time, look where the log launcher is positioned. Most of the time you're going to see that coming in the middle of your your main troops, the witches, the bowlers, whatever, but we're actually going to be using it here to take care of that scatter shot, not only at the top section but also in the center of the base. And look at that log launcher. The log launcher grabs both of those scatter shots with those logs rolling over, and that is 200 IQ play there coming in from Ahab. He made sure that he checked that the log launcher pathing was going to go directly towards that town hall, and he could aim those logs to roll over both of those scatter shots as the rest of his troops made their way in from this right hand side of the base. And that's what I love about this strategy, is the log launcher, even though it might not make it that far into the base, the fact that those logs roll all the way over so many defenses can really get so much value. And it surprised me that people haven't been, abusing this a little bit more. There's always, the chance to roll over a couple of key defenses in a base. And Ahab here shows us how strong it can be, especially if you can grab both of those scatter shots with the log launcher. Then the rest of the troops can just push their way through the back end of the base. Plenty of troops left up on the back end. Of course, we're going to hit a giant bomb because that's what the Queen loves to do. But that's going to be another triple on the board for Crowned Eagles. Don't worry, their last triple was not super giant bow witch spam, so you guys don't have to worry about that. We've got one more Unicorns of Love 3-star to check out, and then the final hit will be coming in from another one of the Crowned Eagle gods. This one actually ended up being a lot closer than I remember. The Queen does take down that Tesla. We've got a couple of skeletons pushing around the back end, and that's the triple on the board for Ahab. Let's hop over and check out the last Unicorns of Love 3-star. Okay, we have Jondal, not too sure how to pronounce it, going to be coming in here against Welbs using a hybrid. So this is the second hybrid triple we are seeing in this video, the first of which did come in from Eve Rico, the second of which could be coming in here from Yondal. Unfortunately, the healers, actually one of those healers do get targeted by an archer tower early on, so we do lose one of those healers. Probably pretty unnecessary to put those healers in right into the path of that archer tower. Does get a little bit unlucky. The second healer going to be taking a little bit of damage right there, but Yondal actually going to be pushing this Queen, looks like, to try and grab the Eagle Artillery. We do have one more super wall breaker, so we're going to save that super wall breaker, I would assume, until that Eagle Artillery gets taken down, and then we can open up into that Town Hall compartment. We're going to have the King up here on the top section, pushing his way in to grab that multi-target Inferno, and it's a really nice play starting off this attack from Yondal. That King can get so much value if he is given the opportunity. We're seeing more and more Kings suited in to grab the Town Hall or key defenses like he was in this this attack for Yondel, completely cleaning out this top section of the base as the queen pushes her way in. Looks like we're just going to be letting her push through this wall section right here to go in and grab the town hall. I'm surprised we didn't try and drop the super wall breaker. Maybe didn't want to mess up this queen pathing if it went the wrong way. But it's going to step up right there, the queen, and snipe off the town hall. We do have that scatter shot raining down shots onto our queen, so we're going to have to go to ability right there. I think maybe Yondel was focusing more on his hybrid now coming in from that bottom section of the base than his queen charge itself. But with her ability, she is able to grab that town hall. She also does take down the enemy royal champion. We are going to have to throw down a poison spell and a freeze spell there to help us get through these enemy headhunters. We do have the Grand Warden statue, I believe, doing a little bit of damage as well. Hybrid going to continue sweeping its way around this left-hand side of the base. We had a poison spell to swag, so we're going to drop it down there on the enemy king. That's going to help our royal champion and a couple of miners take down the king, so our hogs and the remaining miners can push their way around the back end of this base. And look at the overkill in this attack. This was definitely one of my favorites from this war. Yondel crushes this base, and the highlight of this attack for me was the pathing of the queen and the king, pushing that king in to grab the multi-target inferno. A really smart play from Yondel, and that's yet another triple on the board. But the last attack we have got comes in from Crowned Eagles. Let's hop over and check it out. So this was the attack that won my team, Crowned Eagles, this war against Unicorns of Love in the WCL group stages. You can see Sal does come in here with those OP Super Witches. Super Witches have been getting more and more popular in the meta, and we're going to be starting off here with that Grand Warden from the bottom section of the base. We do have some of those zap spells in hand that we can use either on the scatter shot. Maybe, you know, we're actually going to use them over here to take care of that single target inferno, as well as help with the pathing of the Super Witches. Grand Warden going to be taking care of the cannon, maybe used to clean out a couple more of the structures on the right hand side. We're starting to bring in a couple of troops on that left section of the base as well. That's going to be used to help create the funnel to push these Super Witches right into that Town Hall compartment. Very important that you get rid of that Town Hall nice and quickly in a Super Witch attack. Now, Super Witches have a decent chunk of HP, but if that Town Hall gets to work on shooting them, they can go down very quickly. One of those Super Witches did take quite a bit of damage early on in this attack, but luckily those healers are going to transfer over from the Grand Warden to that Super Witch and bring her back up to full health. Scattershot over here on that right hand side of the base is looking a little bit a little bit worrying here for Sal. But he does have those Hog Riders coming out probably earlier than I would have liked in this attack. But they are actually going to push through here, and they are going to grab this Scattershot. We end up freezing that multi-target Inferno in the middle of the base, just mitigating some of that damage potentially coming down onto our Super Witches. Also, I believe, did catch the enemy Queen and the Royal Champion. King on King action up there at the top section of the base. Our King, with his ability, of course, is going to win that battle. Royal Champion most of the time does come in with the Hog Riders from the Siege Barracks, but Sal actually going to be saving her here for the back end of this attack to step up and grab the Scattershot. Her ability going to go off right there. We only have the Scattershot and one cannon, and after her ability's gone off, she is going to be able to step up and deal with the Scattershot right there. Look, it's a battle between her and that cannon, but the cannon does end up winning. The cannon on incredibly low health. Look at that 200 IQ play. Nice spotter call there, I would assume, coming in for the boys in Crowned Eagles. Double Archer is able to take down that cannon on the right hand side, and we have plenty of Super Witches. In fact, I think we have every single Super Witch that we brought in for this attack pushing through on the back end of this one for Sal. Queen ability going to go off there at that top section of the base. Timing wasn't even too much of an issue here for Sal in this attack, and this was the one. This was our last attack, and this had to triple to win this war in the WCL, and he was able to do exactly that. Sal comes in with that clutch triple, winning the war for Crowned Eagles. Alright, so that is all we've got time for in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this war recap of this recent insanely close war between Crowned Eagles and Unicorns of Love in the WCL group stages. 13-12 was the final outcome, the final score. Unicorns of Love actually ended up being ahead of us on percentage, but that last 3-star on the board for Sal coming in with those OP Super Witches gave us the win. So if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know down in the comments which one of these attacks was your favorite. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and until the next one, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.